For decades, hip-hop has been driven by larger-than-life personalities, fierce rivalries, and secrets that eventually surface in the spotlight. One of the most talked-about tensions in the industry is the long-running feud between 50 Cent and Sean Diddy Combs. What began as quiet competition between two powerful figures from New York gradually evolved into years of public hostility, with 50 Cent repeatedly taking shots at Diddy in interviews and on social media. In recent years, the conflict has taken a more serious turn, as 50 Cent claimed he knows details about what allegedly happened at some of Diddy's exclusive private parties, events he says were attended by several high-profile celebrities. These claims reignited old tensions and sparked major debate across the music industry. The roots of their rivalry trace back to the early 2000s, when 50 Cent was rebuilding his career after surviving a shooting in which he was hit 9 times. During that difficult time, he turned to ghostwriting and later revealed that one of his ghostwritten verses was performed by Diddy on a track by G-Dep titled Let's Get It. Although they never officially collaborated, this connection placed them in the same hip-hop circle and quietly laid the foundation for a rivalry that would grow into one of the most discussed feuds in modern hip-hop. By 2002, 50 Cent was rapidly emerging as one of hip-hop's most fearless and unapologetic voices, never backing down from confrontation and rarely hesitating to challenge powerful figures in the industry. During this rise, Sean Diddy Combs became one of his most frequent targets. But this tension was never just about competition, it carried a deeper sense of distrust that fueled many of 50 Cent's public remarks. Rather than staying quiet, he leaned directly into the conflict, using interviews, social media, and appearances across entertainment platforms to openly mock and criticize Diddy. times his comments sounded playful on the surface, but beneath the humor were sharp implications that kept audiences paying close attention. He repeatedly questioned Diddy's behavior, mocked aspects of his public image, and pointed out what he believed were contradictions between the polished persona Diddy showed the world and the person he claimed existed behind the scenes. He later announced plans for an explosive documentary series centered entirely on his long-running feud with Sean Diddy Combs, alongside the growing list of allegations surrounding him. This was far from a simple social media stunt. 50 Cent crafted the project as a carefully structured exposé, aiming to reveal what he claimed was the hidden side of one of music's most powerful figures. By May, he had already sold the rights to Netflix, guaranteeing that the series would reach a massive global audience and transform his controversial claims into a worldwide conversation. For now, the situation remains unresolved, but 50 Cent continues to insist that a list exists and that he will ensure it eventually comes to light. When Sean Diddy Combs' trial concluded, he was cleared of the most serious charges, including racketeering and trafficking. However, he was found guilty of transporting women for prostitution, a verdict that confirmed at least some of the long-standing rumors about his private life were rooted in truth. For 50 Cent, this moment represented a pivotal turning point. He didn't merely mock Diddy over the court's decision. Instead, he framed the verdict as undeniable proof that the mogul's lifestyle had been built on exploitation and deception. In his eyes, the outcome reinforced the allegations he had been hinting at for years and only strengthened his conviction that the full story had yet to be exposed. Fallout only strengthened 50 Cent's momentum. With courtroom evidence now public, his claims about Sean Diddy Combs gained credibility, and he has used every platform, Instagram, interviews, and his documentary project, to keep the story alive. By hinting at a mysterious list of celebrities, he keeps fans and industry insiders on edge, controlling the narrative and forcing the music world to confront buried truths. While most celebrities remain silent to protect themselves, 50 Cent operates differently. With empires beyond music, he doesn't need approval or permission to speak, giving him the freedom to be louder, bolder, and more fearless than anyone else. For 50 Cent, this is no longer just about revenge or entertainment, it's about accountability. He's made it clear that he wants Sean Diddy Combs to face real consequences, and he's prepared to use every tool at his disposal to make it happen: social media, documentary filmmaking, and potentially revealing the names of those involved. In his eyes, the truth isn't meant to stay buried, and sooner or later, he believes it will come to light. The feud between 50 Cent and Sean Diddy Combs has spanned nearly 2 decades, but it has evolved into something far bigger than jokes or personal attacks. 50 Cent claims to have knowledge of celebrities impacted by Diddy's infamous parties, and he seems determined to bring that information to light. With a documentary series set to stream on Netflix, the conflict has moved from the personal to the public, unfolding on a global stage where the stakes have never been higher.